Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Shemiel Shabbat Hashem Kakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles and all the bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that wish in word and truth and its sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, the ahchwath that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,000 and one third, the hopeful elect of Israel, on the road of Yahshua. Shalom and salutations to you all. All right, so the chariots are trending in the spirit, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiel Shai, through the prophets, starting with the elder apostles of GMS on down. And I just wanted to share a quick testimony in that anybody that watches my watches my videos, that you got to be pretty special, because the way everybody has their own measure, and and everybody's different, especially in my case, I'm a little different than others, right? Maybe even a stumbling block, but just like, and not to make a comparison to the Hebrew, but some words uttered in Hebrew, right, have a stronger, or different, frequency on them, if you will. All right, might mean the same thing, but more or less, just different is what I'm pressing here. Not all Israelites are going to come looking like John Shaft or talking like whoever. For example, the elder apostle Gabar, right? His speech patterns and his diction are different, right? I'm sure that they call him white boy and all kind of other, pre-names or whatever you want to call them, surnames, whatever. So anyway, the chariots are trending, and those are my little pictures that I like to show. So even in my little watch history, this is what happened. The elder apostle Gabar posted this video here. Okay, now I'm not sure, it's like a day, maybe some hours. Okay, we'll look at it. They are the chariots of Israel, and they only pick up Israelites for salvation. So I think I watched this, right? And right after I watched it, right, or a little before, it was weird, this video popped up. Okay, it's all about the chariots, various topics, right? 3 years, this is going back 3 years ago, because this video is about this video, which is the elder apostle salachya. It's all three elder apostles, not the elder apostle Ricard, but this is the elder apostle Tahar, that's the elder apostle Gabar, and then this was the elder apostle Ramla. This is the one that popped up, and this is the one that I don't have saved. I have these two are saved in my whatever favorites or whatever you call it. But this one, for some reason, I didn't save it. It got away, and I noticed that a while back. And, I didn't think anything of it. It's just nice to have those things. These videos are special to me because, before this particular time, 3 years ago, I was kind of out there obscure, and, just hanging on the fringes. And then the elder apostle Tahar made this video about my video. It kind of brought me in, if you will, or reestablished me within GMS, if you will. So, and that's how it goes. But this video, and I know I'm being long-winded, but I'm going somewhere with it. This video right here kind of explains the complexity of understanding me, if you will. That's what the elder Ramla points out. All of this is about Really, it's about coming around the mountain. This is when coming around the mountain came out. Okay. Because the elder apostle Ramlab didn't really understand it, and he was like, oh, this nigga's bugging out. But then when it came back around, it all checked out. Going into that, the way that I explain things, right? And it's weird. I think it has something to do with, when and how I got kicked out or whatever, and just scrapping on the side. But anyway, watch this video. It's about the chariots, because the chariots. Let's get something on the chariots right now. Let me get one of my favorite scriptures. Let's just start there, because it's strange, right? And everything can be strange. So you're going to see things that you've never seen, and everything isn't going to be John Shaft. And this goes into it right here, Wisdom of Solomon 5. All right? It's going to be strange. This whole situation, you're going to see miracles. You're going to be strange, right? You're going to see things in the air. You're going to see Esau's magic, just like Janus and Jambres. This is the Egyptian war between the Most High and Pharaoh on steroids. All right, you got to understand this. So here come the apparitions. Here come the 3 days of darkness. Here come, everything. Here come the miracles. Here come, the parting of, here come the chariots. Here come everything that was involved in that war, right? Hardening of Pharaoh's heart is going to be that war on steroids times 20, if you will. So 5 and let's just start at 1. All right. Then shall Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, when they see what? When they see us stand upon our feet. They shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at what? Now we're talking about amazement. Amazed at what? At the strangeness of what? Now we're talking about them chariots. All right, the terrible fear is us standing on our feet, right? But then, and shall be amazed. So these devils and these heathen, right, are going to be overwhelmed with the situation that is coming. Miracles. See? What is this? This is a miracle. When they see, the UFOs. And why are the UFOs beaming up these jungle bunnies? We'll just say it like that. Okay? That's going to be a miracle to them. Oh, this is God? Because it's going to be being noise. People are going to understand what's going on. All right? Oh, that's God and the angels, and they're rescuing them. Right? They're going to be amazed. All right? So far beyond all that they looked for. All right? So, what are we talking about? Amazement. Not sure what to grab. This thing is tripping. Salachya, I see what's going on. Let's watch this video from the top so that the elder apostle Ramlab can explain how difficult it is to understand the way I explain something. All right, so, and then you can go back and watch these if you want to. All right. Because they're very good videos going into what? The chariots and how things were moving at that time. And even more truth was coming out, right? In a different fashion. Let me see. He's going to make mention about extraordinary knowledge. And I want to explain that too, because the extraordinary knowledge, right, is the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It's the let's get that real quick since I'm rambling. Going into this, let's get this real quick. Isaiah ISAIAH 33, right? 33 and 6. I mean, this is where it all begins. So, and anybody that would take credit, right, and how much they know and all of that, some Alizar shit, you're stupid at this point. We're almost home. Who's trying to be seen? Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge. Who's wisdom and knowledge? Right? Yahweh Shem Yahushua is wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. There it is. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right? So, that's salvation. It's all about the chariots. Let's listen to this. 3 years ago, this is the elder apostle Ramla, and he's describing the elder apostle Tahar's video that he made about Mike the Christian and I's encounter. Anyway, here's this. Now the elder apostle Ramla is talking about me.
Ahchyam Yahushai, Ahchyam Rachakwadash. Welcome to another live lesson. This is a response to, or it's a response to, it's all about the chariots / various topics. The video you're looking at in front of you is Elder Pastor's video that he did, which I actually watched this video from Mike from Rethinking the Dollar.
Now, what he's saying right now is he watched my video. Well, he watched Mike. He was watching Mike, the Christian, right, from Rethinking the Dollar live. And then I came on to talk to Mike live. And the elder apostle said he was watching while it happened. Okay, now listen closely to what he said, all right? Because he said, he thought when he heard me, he said, oh, this nigga's bugged out, right? And he didn't know until after the elder apostle Tahar made his video, oh, he wasn't bugged out after all. Listen to what he said.
It's a response to, it's all about the chariots / various topics. The video you're looking at in front of you is Elder Pastor's video that he did, which I actually watched this video from Mike from Rethinking the Dollar. And I actually heard when the brother, spoke, and he brought out the information about the chariots. And it's also a response to Elder Apostle Gabar's response to Apostle R's video. And the various topics part is going to come, Lord's will, by a video that I was watching earlier of Elder Yashawanba. Now, the brother, that came on.
He's talking about me. He's talking about me right now, okay? And he also just showed the elder Apostle Gabar's video on this very subject. So anyway, he's about to address me right now, which scares me when they all address me, but this is what it is.
Of Elder Yashawanba. Now, the brother, that came on Mike's.
And this is really hard to understand me and where I'm going, probably because I do things backwards, right? Like you read the Hebrew. Anyway.
And he started speaking about the chariots. I was listening to him. He was coming through. He was hitting points. He was hitting a lot of good points. But at first, when I first heard the brother, I'm just being honest. It seemed like a little out of place. It seemed like a little, brother, please forgive me, a little bugged out at the time.
Now let me explain why, okay? Because at the time, right, I was so far unconnected with GMS, and I was connected. I've always been connected, but I was, I had lost touch, and I was kind of just floundering, right? And I was I was just hanging. And so it was the Spirit that jumped on me and said, go on. See, I saw one of his shows, and this was the second show. It's all about the chariots. See, this was the second time that I jumped on and talked to Mike. Right, the first time I showed him what the word nigga means through the scriptures. And what I was doing, I was testing Mike to see how long I can keep him on and if I could get my point across with the scriptures, because he claims to be some sort of Christian. I call him Mike the Christian. He claims to know the Bible and that sort of thing, so I know he has a big following. So my goal was to get on his show and then say something so that everybody could hear it, right? And apparently everybody did. But the first time I did it was with the word nigga. That's in what is it? Romans 13. What is it? I forget exactly where it is right now. But it happened the first time, and what I did was I was measuring Mike. I was sizing him up to see how long he would talk to me, to see how long I could keep him on, and to see where he would start ducking and dodging. So by the time I got to this particular video where I called in, right, and we were talking about the chariots this time, so I had already measured him. Like when a boxer is going in a box, first thing you do is you try to, you measure, you try to get your length right, right? You start measuring to see, measuring your punch, your jab, right? So that's what I did with the first one. So what the elder apostle said, well, at first I thought you was bugged out what I was doing, right? I remember I was setting Mike up, because if I didn't approach Mike, if I didn't approach him the way that I knew I had to, he would cut me off. And what I was able to do in this interview or in this video, I was able to get all the way to coming around the mountain, which was pretty good, because I actually had mapped it out. I had my talking points before me, and I was going to throw this out, use this, don't use this. I was trying to navigate Mike into a corner. I was playing chess with him. So anyway, it did seem weird, and I understood that, but I was able to keep Mike on long enough to, again, because this was the second time. The first time I was able to keep him on long enough to get my point across. And then this was the second time, and I thought that, it was a formidable battle, if you will. So, again, that explains, I'm trying to explain why the elder apostle had this experience. Or, maybe I'm overthinking, I'm over-explaining, I'm over-talking. I talk a lot.
At first, when I first heard the brother, I'm just being honest. It seemed like a little out of place. It seemed like a little, brother, please forgive me, a little bugged out at the time. Just the way it was kind of coming out from my perception of it at the time.
Understood.
And there were certain things he was saying that kind of threw me off a little bit. But then when Elder Pastor put this video up, and I went back and I listened to the brother's testimony, I was like, nah, that brother was on point. So I felt bad about it, and then I went and I read the comments on Elder Pastor's video and Elder Pastor Gabar's video that he posted, and you could, hear the sincerity in the man, how he was writing, and that made me feel even more like shit. But at the end of the day, it happens. I was wrong in the perception that I had at the moment, and the brother came through. Like I said, I listened to it for the second time, and I was like, nah, that brother was coming through. And like one of the things that kind of threw me off a little bit was she'll be coming around the what, so that kind of threw me off a little bit, because even though they're speaking about the chariots, it kind of seemed like it came from left field. But like I said, I went back and listened to it, and the brother was coming through.
What I was doing, as I was setting Mike up, I had to get him to Wikipedia where it explains that, and if I could get him to Wikipedia so that he could pull it up, and while he's reading it, he's showing it on his screen. That was my goal, was to get him to do that, because once I did that, right, then I was going to the mountain, right? Then I was going to Second Ezra's, which Mike the Christian don't know nothing about Second Ezra's, but that's when he cut me off, right? When I was going to Second Ezra's, that's when he cut me off. So I thought at that time, and I knew he cut me off. He's like, this nigga got me out here, he got me looking bad, and so I knew that I had gotten further than I should have. So I didn't. When he cut me off, I didn't have a problem with it. I just kind of let it go. But one thing that I didn't get to say in there, what I should have, and I was so nervous. I was nervous, and I wanted to say, in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. I think you hear me say, but it's so garbled, and I'm nervous, right? And I'm talking under my breath and trying to get my point across, and a million other things, but I have to take this time to say, to give a little testimony about the things that he said. See, because at the time, I was really, struggling to stay in this thing. So when this whole thing happened, I was completely humbled and I was excited. Felt like, hey, I might still be in this thing. I might have a chance. And things have gotten a lot better since then. And I'm very thankful for that. And I just pray that I can remain humble and stay in this thing. But this really helped out a lot at that time. So the water. And so anyway, I'm just gonna end this right now.
Or I say salachya.
Salachya. Shalom.